Hey everyone, it's Orleen here again. So I previously posted a video and stated that this is a great way, video format is a great way for people who are not close to Carry the Kettle, people who are out of province, out of the country, to see the platform, to hear the platform. Um, I think with all of the technology that's going on in the world today, everyone has access to the internet, some form. So I think this is a great way to get, my platform out, and I encourage, all other candidates to do so as well. Um, since I've been sending my brochure out, emailing out, handing it out, I've been getting a lot of questions asked, and I thought doing it through the video would be a great way to not only answer the questions of those that are asking, but to publicly share my ideas. Um, and they're all great questions. Holy crap, I was put on the spot a few times and just, I really thought long and hard. But that's what I like. That's what I want to do. That's what I want is questions from, the membership, right? I stated as I was doing my speech, 10 minutes is not a long time. So as I was doing my speech, everything was just all over the place. I could not find a focus. I could not get the message, the strong message that I have across because I was crunched for time. I was very nervous and it just didn't work out the way that I wanted to. I had a totally different vision going into that forum. But with all that being said, I think this is a great way to, get my ideas and my thoughts and my opinions out there, but also to hear from you, the membership, as well. So, I'm going to be doing videos in segments addressing questions. All of the questions asked, those people will remain anonymous, um, but I want to answer and I want to share how I answered those. So, one person had asked in regards to the lands that were purchased in Regina 20 some years ago, what I would like to see or what my ideas or how I plan to address those lands or what I want to do if elected or what I could do if elected. Well, yesterday a candidate spoke about houses, apartment complex in the city for our urban members, for those who are making that transition to go into Regina. And it's unfortunate because a lot of our members have to leave, Carry the Kettle, to pursue education, to find a job, to become, successful. And that's just the reality of it. I mean, I had to leave the community. To do so, and I want to come back now. So, but what I would like to see is an apartment complex. Um, build something with units. Again, a candidate touched on this yesterday, and I thought that was an amazing idea because I had always wanted to see this. I work for an organization in Regina, and a lot of my clientele are Carry the Kettle urban members. And they're faced with the barrier of housing. They're faced with, lack of resources in the community of Regina. I still yet have to see some sort of a support from Carry the Kettle for its members in Regina. I think that this would be a great opportunity to support our members, for our high school graduates who are looking to go to post-secondary. That's one of their barriers, is not having stability in continuing their post-secondary education. One, transportation. Two, housing. This is going to address some of those barriers. We can put our own members in there. It can be affordable housing. It can really support them. Like, holy smokes, I think that would be an awesome idea. That's something that I want to see. I want to see um, possibly a gas station, out in Regina there. You see all these other First Nations that have their gas stations out there. I think that this would be an amazing way to generate the revenue to have it come back into the community. It would create employment. Same with the apartment complex. That would create employment, like the maintenance, all of those things, right? So I thought that would be awesome to see, and a great way to show those main barriers, or give the membership the support on the two main barriers that is preventing them from succeeding in some of the goals and dreams that they have: transportation and housing for post-secondary and for families. And it is important for families. I work with families who are trying to get their children, um, you know, out of the system, out of the care, and housing is definitely a must. Suitable housing, safe environment for their families. And it's tough. It's tough when you live off reserve. It's tough when you rely on income assistance because your benefits are limited. And yeah, we just really need to support our urban members, our young people out there. They shouldn't have to be stuck in this cycle. And I'm not saying that we need to hand everything over to them, but when they're struggling, we need to be compassionate. We need to give that support. And I think this is a great way to do that. Um, Another question that was asked was the leadership and its authority. Okay, this is a big one for me. Um, Not specifically in our community, but I have noticed and I have seen um, surrounding areas everywhere. Um, I hate to say this, but the power trip. Um, in my eyes, in my beliefs, I do not feel like the leadership have power or control over a community. Um, a good leader should be able to take direction from its members, as a collective, and when I say collective, I mean that everyone will, like, through consensus, everyone should agree on that decision that the leader is going to make. I firmly believe this. I know, as a band member, I want input. I want to be heard. I want some of my ideas to be addressed. Um, that gives me a sense of belonging. And I feel appreciated, knowing that people are concerned with what I have to say. And it encourages me to be a part, of band meetings, to be a part of surveys, to be a part of the polls, whatever that looks like. So I think that leadership should not feel the need to sit higher than anybody. An elder once told me that, um, I do a lot of talking circles. I do a lot of sharing circles with my clientele, my families that I work with. And an elder once said, "Let's all sit on the ground. We're close to Mother Earth. We'll be connected, but also we are all the same. We are all equal. We are one." And I thought, wow, that is so powerful and so true. I can honestly say that, if elected, um, I will keep the humility. I will be humble. Um, and yes, I will reach out to the membership because it's you that it's going to put us there. It's you that's going to vote for me. It's you that I work for. That I will do everything in my power to be that spokesperson for you. Um, so no, I don't agree with if new leadership comes in to go around, we've all heard it before, or they're going to get in and they're going to start firing people and they're going to start letting people go. I don't have that authority. I don't think anybody should have that authority. If we have policies done up, if somebody's going to be fired, it's going to be because of the way that they do their work. It's going to be handled in a professional manner, because I also am familiar with the labor laws, and legal action can be taken, and that's just not something that we need to waste our money on by arrogance, you know. So yes, I do not feel like I will have any authority whatsoever. I'm confident in my decision making skills. I'm confident in my communicational skills, that if there is a time where I need to make decisions, quick decisions, it will come to the leadership. And I'm confident when I say I trust that the members will put in leaders who are going to make good decisions based on the community and for the best interest of the community. So, again, I'm not better than anyone. I'm not higher than anyone. I'm equal. I will walk with you. I will not walk in front of you. I will walk behind you and empower you and encourage you. That's what I'm about. That's what I want to do. Next question is, what portfolio? Oh my God, my dogs are going wild. What portfolio would I like to hold if elected? Wow. This one definitely made me think about my strengths and my weaknesses. Currently, the area that I work in now is child welfare, child and family services, social services. So currently, I would like to think that I'm a mediator for the families and for the ministry. We all know that the ministry has been branded with this negative image, and don't get me wrong, no way shape or form am I trying to defend what happened to our people many years ago, the 60 scoop residential foster care. I deal with a lot of families who are suffering the trauma and the stresses of their experiences in there. And I truly, honestly believe that it it was horrible. It was horrible experiences. And I also do know now the Ministry of Social Services have revamped the way that their policies are, the way that they support their families. I work with a great group of people in the Ministry of Social Services in Regina, and I've seen their program, I've seen their policy, I've seen the way that they do things. I've been a part in case management, case conferences, creating a plan, a safety plan for these families to move forward, and it's been working. It's been working, and workers, child protection workers, are very compassionate. The ones that I'm connected to have been very compassionate and awesome in supporting their families. And I think that's what we need now. We need people who are going to be on the same level. We need people who are going to sympathize and empathize with, the way that the issues that our people are faced with and have been faced with. A lot of truth and reconciliation is happening within the ministry, and that pleases me to see, because I know that our families are going to get the support that they need. So, in that area, definitely, I would love, to be a part of that portfolio and just really help and encourage, I guess, fairness and equality, and to be an advocate for, those, the mediator, definitely for those. Youth advocate, oh my gosh, sports and recreation. I know, definitely know, as a hockey mom, as a baseball mom, as a lacrosse mom, athletes in winter games, summer games, for NAG. Holy man, there's a price tag linked to all of those sports. Um, so I do get that there are areas of improvement when it comes to the policy of our sports and recreation. I believe that we need to treat all of our athletes equally. I believe that the support that the band gives, there needs to be a limit. And I say this because many times I've had to search for other avenues of financial aid just to get through a hockey season, just to get through a lacrosse season, just so that my children can stay active and be in these sports. Um, I'm very keen on fundraising. I'm going to be doing a fundraiser pretty quick here for my daughter. She's attending Winter Games. So, again, I want to be a part of that planning. I want to encourage our members to fundraise. I want to help in those fundraisers. If you want to use my talent, to draw in people, then yes, I'm all for it. I've thrown my talent out there before. I'll do it again. If I need to sing happy birthday to somebody, I will. I just really encourage the fundraising. And there's all different forms of fundraising. There's all different ways to do it. And there a lot of creative ways too. So that's something that I encourage. That's something that I want to see. Um, I believe that there's room for improvement when it comes to education. You know what? It's so scary nowadays with the shootings and the gang activity. It's not safe. A school is supposed to be a safe environment for our children. Bullying, oh my gosh, bullying is so intense now. My child, all of my children have been bullied in school, and one has become the bullier. I've met with teachers. I want to work with the families of those children who have been bullied. I want to work with the families of those that are being bullied. There are more internal issues there. We need to recognize. A children just doesn't lash out because there are some underlying issues there, and we need to address those. I think it's important. We need to come together as a community and address some of those concerns and support, and help heal. Help our children heal, so you know that we can raise resilient, strong, educated children. Don Burnstick said everybody is challenging them to do this snow challenge where they jump in the snow. Let's challenge our people to sober up. Let's challenge our people to become drug free. Let's challenge our people to go to school, to get your education, to become lawyers and doctors, and good role models for all of society. Right now it's a tough time with the Tina and the Colton case, and it's a hard time for our people. We don't need to live in that pity. We don't need to be the victim. We need to rise above, and we need to fight back in a smart way. And that is becoming educated, and that is becoming the lawyers that can represent our people, and that's becoming our doctors that can incorporate our traditional medicines into healing. There's all of those possibilities. So good on Dawn for posting that. I believe that we need to focus on protecting our teachers. It saddens me to see that there is minimal authority when it comes to our education providers in our schools. Um, we can't forget that we need to support our teachers. We need to protect our teachers as well as the youth. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we shouldn't protect our youth, but we need to provide a safe environment for everyone. And that's our educators, that's our students, and that's our community members. So, I mean, yeah, that definitely made me think about things. That definitely made me think about my strengths and my weaknesses when it comes to, if I am elected, what portfolio, would I like to be a part of and see? So, yes, those three questions, very good questions. I have many more. I just don't have the time to do it. Um, I gotta get ready for another work week here. But I thank you for listening. And again, I encourage you guys, if you have questions to ask me, you will remain anonymous. Shoot me an inbox, send me an email, text me, whatever that looks like. I would love to answer your questions, and I would love to make it public so that, everybody can see my responses. Um, Thank you all for tuning in, and stay tuned for, another video of questions that I'm going to answer. Bye, guys.